I'm Short Girl.
I'm Tall Girl.
And we are Dub Team Mediocre.
Yeah, I forgot her name already.
Hey there, everybody.
That's
Welcome
how
back.
you can tell.
Welcome back to Dango Duo. Doesn't know anything about anime. Winter 2018 edition.
You're not wrong.
I'm not.
No.
I feel like that's our selling point. We don't know shit about anime.
Even though we talk about anime.
Even though we
all the
watch
time.
anime and we talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
You see, Kid, it's because we don't watch the stuff that matters.
Yeah, like
One Piece
Naruto
and
Boruto.
Naruto
And Boruto's dad.
And Boruto's dad. Man, when is he gonna get his own series? It seems like it's about time.
Okay, first tangent of the day. I suppose that's supposed to happen. But like I saw a Twitter post that was like a reply to like oh man, how would Naruto feel if everyone was just calling him Boruto's dad? And then the post was like, I bet he'd be happy because he'd actually have a family and it'd be so sweet.
Oh.
And then everyone was dying.
Oh wow, that is actually sad.
Right?
You didn't have to fuck me up that way.
Bitch. Bitch, get fucked. In the
I was about to open up, but then I remember that Sasuke's daughter is named Sarada.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Okay, listen, Naruto isn't good, but
No,
sometimes it has its moments.
See, a much less learned person could tell you that that's stupid. But Dragon Ball was stupid back in the day, because Vegeta is literally vegetable. That's like a bunch of those Saiyans are named after vegetables. Mm-hmm. Like that's their naming convention. And all of Bulma's skits are named after underwear.
Yeah.
Trunks, you guys. Trunks. And I forget the girl's name, but I keep calling her Brief because that feels like that's what it would be.
That's fair. That's Panty and Stocking.
No, see, yeah, Bulma's skits. Panty, Stocking, Brief, and Trunks.
Yeah, exactly.
Man.
That makes sense.
Yeah, Garter Belt is adopted, okay, it's fine.
It's fine.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to We Don't Know Anything About Anime. Today we're reacting to episodes 2 and 3 of Pop Team Epic. The madness continues today.
It really does.
And if you didn't watch our first episode reaction, I recommend you do so. In the description down below, there should be a playlist to our Winter Anime 2018 reaction series.
And it was like one of the first ones we did, so
yeah,
it should be right.
It was literally... Oh, it was the second one. Because it was Citrus and then Pop Team Epic.
Right.
So yeah, if you want to go watch that, because we might not retread a lot of the same ground today.
No, I really want to talk about some of the big segments in this episode, so we're not going to talk much about the previous episode.
So in that case, let me just remind you quickly, dear viewer, that our format goes a little bit like this. For this reaction series, we tell you a quick spoiler-less summary of what happened in these 2 episodes. We tell you what we liked, what we didn't like. We update you on whether our recommendation has changed, and then we go into the spoiler zone where we spoil what happened in these episodes with our very particular subjects. So yeah, that's the way it goes. Kitty, you want to just dive right in?
Yeah, summary.
Shit happened.
Honestly, these are the hardest to summarize because it's a bunch of shorts and then there's a long short in the middle. The long shorts are great. But,
the long shorts
and the short shorts are great too.
Yeah.
But it's basically like, how do we summarize this? I don't know. The shenanigans. Shenanigans and references.
Yeah. That's pretty much how it goes.
That's Pop Team Epic for you.
That's Pop Team Epic, really, without question. So yeah, shenanigans continue.
Yep.
With that being said, Kitty, what did you enjoy the most about these 2 episodes?
Those 2 long segments in episodes 2 and 3 were so good. I was dying the entire time. The first one is the voice acting game bit.
That one's pretty good.
That one is so good, and then it just escalates. Yeah, it just keeps going.
As does the one in episode 3.
Yeah.
I feel like the escalation is really good.
The documentary in episode 3 is so good.
Yeah, it's that escalation is kind of
because it like sets up a story, and you're like, all right, I see where this is going, and then it just like keeps like going and going and going, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess we're gonna keep going. Alrighty.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it, but we're going.
It's a downhill ride every time.
It's so good though.
Yeah. As for what I like the most, the OP is fucking sweet.
It's so good. We get to see the OP, and it's fun and energetic and crazy.
I'm gonna say something really weird right now, okay? I look at that opening, and I feel like the Volver Digital had something to do with it.
It really does feel like that, especially those like live action segments.
Yeah, like it really mixes like live action media and then animation, and it brings it together in that really like outrageous ridiculousness.
Yeah.
And like there's things constantly happening, a lot of references you can miss by just looking at one part of the screen instead of the other.
Yeah.
And the song is good.
And it goes by so fast that like you have
Yeah.
to like pause to like be like, what is this? What is that? What is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
And it's also a reference to something, which is great. So
Yeah. Also, I'm not saying that the Volver Digital had something to do with this, but it reminds
you
me
can-
of
you
that
can-
ridiculousness.
you can tell.
Yeah.
Like they're on the same kind of like
wavelength.
mental level.
Yeah. Especially the neon lighting on the live action parts of the opening.
Yeah.
Like that stuff right there. Like they're on the same wavelength, and I like that shit. So yeah, the OP is good.
Yep.
The long segments are good. Kitty, what did you dislike the most about these 2 episodes?
Honestly, the thing that I didn't like about the first episode just kind of comes back, but they fix it a little bit, is I prefer the female voice actors. I just don't really care for the male voice actors that do it. But thankfully in these 2 episodes, the female voice actors come first.
Yeah.
So we can just kind of like skip through the second part with the male voice actors and kind of see what's changed, which I really appreciate because like I love this show, but again, the same criticism from the first episode. I don't know if I want to rewatch it immediately after.
Yeah.
We like to rewatch the segments that have changed, of course, because there are little things that usually change in each second half.
Yeah, no, we basically skip through the repeat part of the episode just to see what was different.
Yeah, but, and I prefer the female voice actors,
yeah.
so I'm really glad that they're putting them first.
Yeah, I hope
Lately,
they continue to do that because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I agree with you. I prefer the female voice acting over the male voice acting.
And there's nothing wrong with the male voice acting, like in particular. It's just like we just really prefer.
We just prefer the female voice acting better.
Yeah.
Also, we're waiting for the one where Daya and Rico from Love Live.
I swear to God, because they were posed with a bunch of Pop Team Epic merch, unless they just really like Pop Team Epic.
Okay, unless, yeah.
It's possible, I suppose.
Yeah. It could have been episode
But I looked up their voice actors and it wasn't there, so I have no idea.
We'll see. Now, as for what I dislike the most, I'm gonna drop in some controversial opinions, okay? I actually really dislike Buff Team Epic.
Yeah, no, I hate those segments. They're not funny.
They're not
funny.
They're
just weird.
They're just weird, and I'm...
ugly.
Yeah, and I guess if I must be entirely honest, it activates the same notes in my brain that like shows like Ren and Stimpy did back in the day. So, but I bet Plague fucking loves Bob Team Epic.
Yeah, Plague would love Bob Team Epic.
Because Plaguesworth, a friend of the channel, he loves that shit. We both grew up on it, and I hated it because it feels like it doesn't appeal to me. It's not visually appealing, and also it's not funny.
It's not even that funny, no.
You know, like the joke with the suit, like you could have done that with the regular animation. So it just feels like they had to get another studio just to make up for like all the animation they have to do.
I guess, yeah.
I just don't find them funny.
Yeah, no, it's not funny.
Yeah.
It's kind of dumb.
It is kind of dumb. But Kitty, the good, the bad, and now the recommendation update has it changed, Kitty?
Not at all.
No.
We still love this anime.
Yeah, and probably just watch the first half of it, and then just skip through the parts that have changed, because there are things that change in every
second half.
Yeah, second half.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, it was still funny and weird.
Yeah, we love it, so definitely check it out.
Yeah, so now we're gonna jump into the spoiler zone. If you've already seen these episodes, tag along, and if you haven't, there should be a link to them in the description down below. Crunchyroll, you can watch them for free. Best time to be a weeb. We're not sponsored, but we could be. Come on, Crunchyhime. Hit us up.
Sponsor. We have a cat too, just like ProZD.
Yeah. Maybe all we need to do is make vines.
Oh, Vine's dead.
Make short format YouTube videos that get unmonetized.
Get immediately unmonetized.
Man.
Fuck, I'm so...
Man.
I'm so sorry, everyone who's still monetized and it still has to deal with being demonetized.
That sucks. But you know what? On a much brighter subject, we're jumping to the spoilers on the count of 3!
2.
What?
The blood circulation is not flowing to my foot.
I didn't mean to... Never mind. Oof, never mind. Woo! I had a really bad bit there for a second.
It's fine.
Kitty was sitting on her legs, in case you're wondering why there's no circulation on her legs. No, we're not down in some creepy dungeon, and no, we're not being forced to record this. Please stop pointing that gun at me.
Nice.
Thank you. Kitty, what's your subject for today?
We're going to talk about the big segments, because they're so fucking good.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
So in episode 2... they poke fun at like the anime like industry of like, you know, oh, we used our whole budget on the first episode, so this episode starts out super budget with just literal storyboards.
Yeah.
Until the summoner summons Papuko and Pipimi.
Yeah. And it's also a slight parody on like MMO style fucking anime, which, you know, are everywhere.
And is also ends up becoming a parody of like voice acting in a way, which is great.
I really love that escalation, as you mentioned. And of course, the voice actors are like, they're being asked to ad-lib, and then we actually cut to the real life version
of the
voice actors being like, what's this?
The script just says mostly ad-lib, and they're like arguing with the director. And the best thing is like you're focused because they're on the right hand side of the screen, so you see the lady voice actor, the male voice actor, and then the director are all like kind of arguing, and you're like reading the subtitles. But on the left hand side of the screen, the girl from the ring slowly starts fading in, and
then she's there. She's like half opacity.
Just like, yeah, she's like just chilling there, and like the voice actors walk out the door because they're like, "Fuck this, and we're out." And then the subtitle goes, "Did you see it?" And it starts zooming in, and it zooms towards Sadako, and then right past her to under the couch, where in the first half, Papuko and Pipimi's faces come out, and then the second half, it's the ring girl's like face with her open mouth, and then in the mouth is Papuko and Pipimi.
that was so good. That was good.
It's so good. And the guy in the voice acting segments is like always dressed ridiculously.
Yeah.
Like for some reason, like he had like a full blue pantsuit with hat in the first half, and I'm like, what the fuck are you wearing?
Yeah.
The lady is like great dressed, but like the dude's like dressed like ridiculously.
But Kitty, what about episode 3 though with the documentary?
Oh my god, the Idol documentary was so good too.
Yeah,
it's like a parody of you know, idol culture, idol anime, and also bringing their own spin on this shit.
Can I mention how weird it was to see normal people animated next to Papuku and Pipimi?
Right? It's so weird.
Hey, get rid of that cigarette. Pulls that cigar. Now that's more like it.
That's more like it, Papuko.
Yeah. They couldn't get her good partners for the musical group, so they just cloned her?
So they go through a bunch of different people. Yeah. Eventually, like, gorillas even. Yeah. Because it's just so fast, it just keeps going through. And so, they cloned Papuko, because, of course, Papuko could only, make a brilliant idol group with herself, as Pipimi, her manager, would say. So the Papukos end up taking over the world.
Yeah, and there's some really good dystopian shots.
It's so good. Of like Papuko with her middle finger on like all the screens across like Tokyo or Shibuya.
And then so like good. The destroyed people of mankind of the world just bowing before Papuko. As Pipimi is dressed like M. Bison from fucking
and
Street
has
Fighter.
Like 4 Papukos around her throne.
And
the documentary is still going on.
Yeah, of course.
So now the guy's like, "Is this really what you wanted?" And she's like, "Yeah,
more or less, yeah."
This is what I wanted.
The escalation on that is fucking balls.
Because like you're like, all right, it's about a rude, crude idol, but it just keeps going. It just keeps going.
And again, this stupid escalation. Like one moment she's smoking, and the next moment there's a signing where she just has like a trunk of a tree with like a piece of paper that just says her name on it.
And she's like off, like fucking off.
But playing video games.
Oh yeah.
And then the next thing you know, the world's in ruins.
It's so good.
Oh my god.
Fuck, this show is like it's when it hits, it's really funny. It doesn't always hit. Like Bob Team Epic. It's just like maybe Japanese viewers find it more funny because like. It must be a parody of something, I would assume.
Maybe. Or maybe it's just random.
Or maybe it's just
That's the one thing where I'm like...
Yeah.
I get the feeling that, like, probably half the comedy is just random.
Yeah.
Like, your life ends in 30 minutes, motherfucker.
30 minutes from now.
Although, saying it out loud, I realize that it's not actually entirely random, because it's the setup of a joke that, like... She hates the fucking birdie in the clock, in the grandfather clock.
Yeah.
So she's like, next time you come out, you're freaking dead. As opposed to just destroying it there on the spot. See, that's comedy right there.
Mm-hmm.
You mind if I slide in?
Mm-mm.
There's one bit in episode 3, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 3 or 2?
3.
I think it's 3. That I really enjoy. And it's one of those really self-conscious bits where Papuko and Pipimi are apparently receiving a letter, and they're reading it, and it's feedback from viewers
on the anime.
And Pipimi's reading it, and then she's like, which is like your show is all references and nothing original.
Parodies, nothing original.
You should really dedicate yourself and actually create original material, for crying out loud. And then
you see Papuko
like crying, and then she's like, "Oh, you guys, you're right." And then like the camera focuses on her, and then she's like, "Ha, gotcha!" And then like middle fingers.
Yep.
I like that because every piece of criticism I've seen of the show is like it's just references, which one, it's not true.
No.
Also, I feel like people miss on the point of like, because a bunch of Pop Team Epic comics are so like ingrained in pop culture.
Yeah.
But they're like them telling you what you've already seen is not reference. I mean, is it a reference if they're showing you
literally the same thing?
If it's the source material though,
Right.
I can't wait for the locked in for YouTube crimes or whatever the original one was, or was it Twitter crime? No,
I forget.
I think it was changed to Twitter crimes, but I think it was originally it was originally YouTube crimes because it was her eating chips. I've actually seen the comic.
Yeah,
It's her eating chips or something, and it's just arrested for YouTube crimes. Unless someone edited that.
We did get one of the famous like comics of like Your Life Ends 30 Minutes from Now.
Oh, I really like
that one's good. And I saw that they animated the fuck this game and then she goes back to the game.
Yeah.
Like I love that they have the big segments of like shit they could only do in the anime and then they also have like the shorts of the actual comics. Like I love that shit.
Yeah.
The mixture of the two makes it really like fun. So like when you see a bit that you recognize, you're like, "Oh yeah," and then you see a new bit and you're like, "Oh yeah, new jokes." It's like best of both worlds. Really.
Yeah, no, it's a really good combination, and
except Bob Team Epic.
Except Bob Team Epic,
we can all agree.
Bob Team Epic
really don't care about Bob Team Epic.
I don't fucking get the thing with the mouths. Is it supposed to be their lips?
I have no idea.
Is it supposed to be like their tonsils?
It does look like their tonsils in the back of the throat.
It's supposed to be their lips like they are in regular form, but instead I don't fucking get it.
Pink. I don't know.
I bet Blake fucking loves it.
Yeah.
Because it's weird.
It's fucking balls.
But, it's... I don't know. That's the least fun part of the show. Thankfully, it only makes up for, like, 10%.
Segment. Yeah.
10%.
Usually just one segment in an episode.
Yeah, one segment.
Which is not bad.
And freaking Japan Mignon.
Japan Mignon Kim comes back in the third episode.
Yeah. Fucking... I love that it's actually... That one is 3D. I like all the different mediums they use. That's good.
Yeah, no, they totally experiment with, like, the different mediums. We don't even mention this, but I think it's episode 3. They like make felt dolls of Popcorn PPP, and they sing a song. Yeah, and it's like slightly 3D, but also like feels like stop motion.
Yeah, I think it's 3D, but it could fool you into thinking it's stop motion.
Like so good 3D that like it could have just been stop motion.
Yeah,
like. It's balls that they get to play with these kind of things right now, which is amazing.
It feels like it has a lot more craft in it than just, clips.
And love, yeah.
And love, yeah. And that's definitely true. Is there anything else you want to say about these 2 episodes, Kitty?
They are great, and if you're not watching Pop Team Epic, come on.
Yeah, and the cool thing is that it's literally just it's a 10-minute show.
It's a 15-ish minute,
yeah, where they just change things around on the repeat cycle.
Yeah.
So you can we just skip through the second half because we've already seen the first half. So.
And usually at least in these 2 episodes, the second half we were voiced by the male voice actors,
which is way less interesting. So we
just skipped right through. Pretty much skipped around. We were like, oh, that changed. Sadoko's face is there. Yeah. Oh wait, no, Popcorn didn't near in her mouth. Of course they are.
I really do appreciate it plays on your expectations of what's gonna happen.
So I'm just gonna not watch this part of the episode, but you actually there's different things there, which is fun.
Your life ends 30 minutes from now, motherfucker.
Yep.
That's such a good bit. Hey there, everybody. We're Dango Duo, and if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and leaving a like. It actually means a lot. Yeah. Also, did you watch these episodes? Do you have anything to say? Let us know in the comments down below. Also, did you know we have Twitter accounts?
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. At Dango Duo for updates, at LadyKittyLynn for love live and pictures of our cat Yanto, and at MistreKirin, me, for writing advice, writing jokes, and whatever the heck I'm doing.
And also pictures of Yanto.
And also pictures of Yanto sitting on my desk as I'm trying to work.
He's asleep right now. It's so cute.
He's actually sleeping on my spot? I don't understand.
Yeah, he's on your spot.
Yeah. What's up with him?
He loves you.
He loves me?
Yeah.
Oh, I love him. He's gray and lovely.
Yep.
Our cat Yanto, he's become so much more affectionate these last couple of weeks.
Good. I don't know what's happened, but I love it.
He's finally mature.
He's finally growing up. My 3-year-old little boy is finally... He's gonna be 4 this year.
Wow.
He's gonna be 4 in July, so about goddamn time.
Yeah, it's 28 years old in cat years. Since finally. His rebellious phase is over, and now he just loves us.
He's great.
And he loves you the most. Fuck, he misses you so bad.
So good.
Hey there. We fucking love our cat. Also, did you know we have an Amazon wish list? If you are feeling generous and you're like, hey, I want you guys to play that game or watch that anime, you can just treat us to something on the Amazon wish list and we'll do a video on it. That's the promise. And if there's something in there, or if there's something you want to buy us but it's not on the list, let us know and Kitty will add it. Just leave it in the comments and we'll do it. Also, if you want to support us more long term and you want to just give us a little bit of your support and get cool perks, you can support us on Patreon. Patreon.com/Dango Duo is the #1 place to go to get to watch our videos early, get to access to polls, watch our monthly video like weeks before it goes live on YouTube, and get shout out by pledging your support.
Like the following people.
Amelia, Angela,
Arizos,
Leire,
Luna,
and Victoria.
I'm making a mess. That's what I do.
You can get shout-outs like those cool people.
Yum.
Yeah, Kitty's eating a donut.
Donut. At the big
donut. Napkins are always free. Big donut.
That's such a good
That's a good
soundtrack.
song. What are we referencing? It's fine, don't worry about it. Hey there, everybody. How are you all doing? I've run out of energy. 21 minutes in. But yes, the show was fun. And we might come back and watch some more. We'll have to wait and see. We're catching up through the shows. I don't know. Are we doing Darling in the Franxx next?
I don't know.
I mean, like, we angered some very specific people last time. Should we just anger them again?
It's always good.
Listen, we didn't do it on purpose. We just called it. Why did the old man have to grab that lady's ass? Why? How is that important to the plot? If it is, I'm gonna be so pissed. Dr. Light just grabs his secretary's ass live on stream.
It's to activate her power.
We can go into really dark places right now.
We should go into handshaker territory.
I was going somewhere else. So you're telling me that's what all those politicians were trying to do, huh?
Hey,
Whoop, 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 whoop. Kill them all.